In prejudices arising from words, there are three major errors that we most commonly make. Number one, when our words are insignificant and they have no ideas. For example, when the mystics talk about the prayer of silence, they're using words that sound good, but it has no idea. Secondly, we can make many mistakes by using words that have two or more ideas, not clarifying what idea we mean, what sense we are using that word. Whether in daily life or even in doctrine, we find many words that are equivocal and can signify two or more ideas, and would run into error if we do not make sure in what sense those words are being used. For example, some words are law, light, flesh, spirit, righteousness, etc. Thirdly, when two or three words are synonymous and they all signify one idea. For example, regeneration and the new creation in the New Testament. Both of these words are synonymous. They both mean the same thing, which is a change of heart from sin to holiness. The cure for these three is to define your terms. Another form of false judgment is when words are joined in speech and compose a discourse. We can be in danger two ways. One, when a man writes good sense and writes straight to the purpose, but he doesn't do it in a happy and in an engaging manner of expression. Perhaps he uses coarse and vulgar words, or old and obsolete and unfashionable language, or terms and sentences that are foreign, Latinized, scholastic, very common, and hard to be understood. And this is often made worse if his sentences are long and intricate, and the sound of them harsh and grating to the ear. There's much good writing, both in common life and in doctrine, that has a contempt put upon it, not because of the sense that's in the writings or the ideas behind the writings, but because the reader has not been able to distinguish between the language and the ideas. Another danger, on the other hand, though, is that sometimes when a man of eloquence speaks or writes upon any subject, we are sometimes too ready to run into his sentiments and agree with him because of the smoothness of his speech and his ability to present it. Rhetoric will sometimes varnish every error so that it appears in the dress of truth. Rhetoric often conceals, obscures, or overwhelms the truth, and sometimes places a gross falsehood in a most alluring light. The decency of action, the music of the voice, the harmony of the periods, the beauty of the style, and all the engaging airs of the speaker have often charmed the hearers into error, and persuaded them to approve of something that has been presented in so well a manner. The best defense against both of these dangers is to learn the skill, as much as possible, of separating our thoughts and ideas from words and phrase. We should look at things separate from the use of language, and we should have a resolution and determination that we are going to listen to nothing but truth, no matter how it is presented. And only then will we be able to hear a sermon of pious and just sentiments with esteem and reverence, even though the preacher has an unpolished style and many defects in his manner of delivery. In protecting ourselves from the prejudice of words, we must separate the language and the ideas and make the distinction between the two.